Hi guys, and welcome to Premier Prediction Week 33. We start with the 12:45 kickoff, which is West Ham versus Arsenal. Thought Arsenal had a fantastic victory against Watford last week. Looked really strong, really motivated. We still want to be in the title race. I think the title race is more or less over now. I think I said that last week in the video that if Leicester won their game, I think they've more or less snatched it, and they're 4 wins away now from winning the title. So I think the title's over, to be honest. But we still got to play and play to our best, to the end until it's mathematically over. And then when it is mathematically over, we've still got to do our best anyway, because we can still reach Tottenham and get that second spot. West Ham, they're going to be a very hard side. They're very strong. I don't think Arsenal's record's too bad at Upton Park. But I think this is going to be quite a tough fixture. And even though we need to be winning games, really, I would be happy to take a draw at West Ham, to tell you the truth. I'm going to go West Ham 1, Arsenal 1. I think Arsenal will score first, but obviously I think West Ham will equalise, and it's going to be one of those kind of games, where you'd be happy to take the point. The way the game pans out, and you'd be happy to take the point anyway. I think before the kick-off even starts. So I'm going to go 1-1, and I'm looking forward to it, because I think it's going to be quite a good game. It's going to be a tough game, but it's going to be a good game. We go to the 3 o'clock kickoffs now, which is Swansea versus Chelsea. Obviously Chelsea, I thought they were superb last week, and people say, oh yeah, but it was only Aston Villa, this, that, the other. Yeah, but I think Chelsea made about 6 or 7 key changes last week. I couldn't mention about 7 or 8 of those players last week came from the academy, and they still ended up winning 6-0. So that was really remarkable, to be honest. Or was it 4-0? Sorry, 4-0. I thought it was a Liverpool game. 4-0, which is quite remarkable, to be honest. Again, Swansea not been at their best this season. They're not as bad as Villa, but they have conceded quite a lot this year. I think Chelsea should go with the same team as they did last week. I always say keep an unbeaten side and keep a positive side as well. And that would have given them some massive confidence last week, winning 4-0, especially away from home as well. And I think they're going to carry that on this week. I don't think it'll be quite that many goals, but I'm going to go Swansea 0, Chelsea 2. I think that's quite a reasonable result, and I think Chelsea can do that as well. So yeah, I think that's quite achievable. We then have Crystal Palace versus Norwich. Norwich, fantastic win last week to go all the way to the end and beat Newcastle 3-2. I got it wrong last week. I think I said that Newcastle would just about edge it and snatch it, but no, it was the other way around. Norwich done it, and I think that puts them about 4 or 5 points clear of Newcastle now. I'm not too sure, so don't quote me on that. But again, Palace will be a different kind of game. I said Palace have dropped down a little bit, but they're still quite good at defending. They're still going to be quite a hard side. But I'm going to go for Norwich to nick it again. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Norwich 2. I think if Norwich can win tomorrow, I think they might just about secure safety, but we'll see. Because then we go to Southampton versus Newcastle, and I thought Southampton were very unlucky not to get at least a point last week at Leicester City. Fantastic save from Fraser Forster as well. Obviously we spoke about Newcastle, the Norwich game, losing 3-2. I think it's going to be quite a different game this week. I think, Southampton being at home, they're a very strong side. They're a very strong side anyway, but I think being at home, they're a different animal. And I'm going to go Southampton 3, Newcastle 1. So I think, as I said, if Norwich do win and, Newcastle lose tomorrow, I think that could be dead and buried for Newcastle, but we'll see. Where are we? We go to Watford versus Everton next. Again, Watford, they'll want to bounce back from last week. They were dreadful last week. It was a good display from Arsenal, to tell you the truth. But yeah, they need to get that out of the system. Watford. Again, I think Everton will be quite as strong as Arsenal. They're a strong side. Probably maybe don't score as much, and they do concede quite a lot as well. But they're a strong side, Everton. But I'm going to go for a tight 0-0. To be honest, I think that Watford will need to secure up their defence, and they'll be cautious attacking tomorrow. Everton, they're going to come all out, but as I said, they do concede a lot. So I'm just going to go for a crazy 0-0, to be honest. think it's going to be stuck in midfield quite a lot. And probably not the most exciting game for the afternoon. Where are we? We again go to Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Obviously, we talked about Aston Villa dreadful last week. I think someone said that they could well be down tomorrow. They could have the eye next to their name tomorrow. I'm not too sure about that. So if someone knows any different, please do comment. So I'm not sure if Villa can get relegated tomorrow. I'm not too sure. They play Bournemouth again, an attacking side that can score a lot. I think Bournemouth are more or less safe now. I think they are safe because, as I said, it's between Norwich and Newcastle for that 18th place, isn't it? So I think Bournemouth will win quite comfortably tomorrow. I'm going to go Aston Villa 0, Bournemouth 2. I think last week the protests from Aston Villa, like the fans with the banners saying proud history, but what future? I mean that just says it all, doesn't it? Really, the fans have had enough. I don't think the player, losing 6-0 to Liverpool, losing 4-0 to Chelsea. I think that just more or less tells you that the players have given up now. There's no fight, there's no respect for the badge, and I think Aston Villa are as good as Championship, to be honest. Then we have the 5:30 kickoff, which is Manchester City versus West Brom. Again, I've talked about Man City before. Not been at their best lately. They did win quite comfortably last week, to tell you the truth, though. Can't remember who they played now, but they won 4-0. West Brom again will be a different kind of side, and with Manchester City just playing PSG in the week, might be a bit of tiredness in there. And I'm going to give West Brom a little bit of a result here. I think they can get something at the Etihad. I'm going to go Man City 1, West Brom 1. Now then we then go to the Sunday kickoffs, which is Sunderland versus Leicester. Again, Sunderland fighting for points at the moment. They are dying to get out of that relegation battle. I think it's too little, too late myself. Leicester, they want to secure the title. They've got 4 wins left. Which brings me to the result, which I think will be Sunderland 1, Leicester 1. Again, a game that's going to be stuck in midfield, a bit different to the Watford Everton game. I think both teams will be attacking in this one. And we've seen how that works before as well. 2 attacking sides, it usually just gets stuck in midfield, and we have end to end every now and again, but usually it's stuck in midfield, and we don't really have the best of games either, to be honest. So we'll see how that pans out. We have 2 4:00 kickoffs now. We'll start with the Spurs versus Man U game. I think Spurs were quite lucky to get a result last week. It was a great goal from Harry Kane. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I thought Liverpool should have been at least 3 or 4 before that happened. I thought Liverpool played superb. Man U, are they really going to come at Spurs, being at White Hart Lane? Probably not. So again, I'm going to go for another boring 1-1. Again, same kind of situation. I think I'm not sure if Spurs can get second place, to be honest. I mean, they are getting results, but they're not playing their best at the moment. So will he catch up with them? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I don't think Spurs will win the title. I don't think Arsenal will win the title either. I think it is Leicester's to lose now, and I think Leicester will win it. And our last game of the weekend is Liverpool versus Stoke. Again, massive blow for Stoke to lose Jack Butland. I think he could have been crucial in this game. I don't think Liverpool will fly at Stoke tomorrow, but I do think that they'll just about nick it. Sunday. And I'm going to go Liverpool 1, Stoke 0. So that has been my predictions for this week, guys, and I will see you next week for next week's predictions. I think there's another international break or an FA Cup game coming next week. I'm not sure if the Premier League will play on that weekend, or if they have their week off, or it's a midweek game. So wherever it is, I'll be back to do it anyway. So thank you for watching this prediction, guys, and I'll see you next week for next week's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.